Clinic at Walmart can help with.
TJ Urgent Care at the Pavilion can help with.
Ow! And when it's...
Grandpa, are you okay?
You might want to try the emergency department at TJ Sampson Community Hospital.
TJ Sampson Community Hospital. Your community, your hospital.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good Thursday morning, everybody. It's 6:07, 65 degrees here in downtown Glasgow as we get prepared to start another edition of Good Morning Live. We'll check first with the National Weather Service and get the forecast.
Dry weather today. Shower and thunderstorm chances increasing, however, as we head towards the weekend. Mostly sunny skies for us today with seasonable temperatures up around 90 this afternoon. Scattered showers and storms possible overnight tonight. Temperatures drop down to around 70 degrees. Scattered showers and storms Friday, mainly in the morning. Some of those storms could be strong to even severe. Temperatures tomorrow reaching highs in the mid-80s. Chance for more thunderstorms over the weekend. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ken. Let's take a look at the constant coverage in-studio radar and see what it looks like today as we look up and down I-65. It does appear there is a little bit of rain just to the west of us. Those in western Barron County may actually be experiencing some of that. As we move further south and southwest, we want to check that out as well, Aaron. Nashville's not getting a whole lot, but we do see some right there at the Tennessee state line. It is coming up from Alabama there. That could be why we have a little bit of a chance of rain today. Looking at the current conditions, humidity is at 92%. Winds are calm. The barometer is at 29.99. And once again, no precipitation in the last 24 hours. Well, it's time to get our first check of local news. Live in the newsroom, it's News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Wes. A former employee of Dark Container in Hart County pled guilty in U.S. District Court to tampering with consumer products, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Back in 2016, they say that 44-year-old Waylon Horton worked as an employee of the container company in the print setup area in the production line to make styrofoam drinking cups. On two separate occasions, Horton, with reckless disregard for the risk of death or bodily injury, placed pieces of broken glass in the styrofoam drinking cups that were then being shipped to fast food restaurants. Glass pieces were subsequently found in cups at 3 different restaurants in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. After receiving complaints, the container manufacturing plant put the distribution of the styrofoam cups that were produced in its facility on hold. 7 additional boxes containing styrofoam cups with broken glass shards were ultimately found. At sentencing, Horton could be sentenced up to 10 years in prison, period of supervised release of up to 3 years, fined $250,000. According to the plea agreement, Horton will also owe restitution in an amount to be determined at sentencing. He is scheduled for sentencing in U.S. District Court in early October. The case is being prosecuted by the Assistant U.S. Attorney's Office. And a Bowling Green woman drowned Monday afternoon while swimming near the Narrows Marina at Barron River Lake. 50-year-old Angela Dunnigan was with a group of people who had rented a boat at the Peninsula Marina and traveled to an area near a rock wall close to the Narrows Marina to go swimming. Now, the boat's anchor had dropped and she'd gotten into the water and was on a float when folks said that she noticed the boat start to float away. The anchor apparently had failed to secure the boat in place. The communications director for the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife, Mark Marasini, said that Dunnigan then got off her float and went in the water, but began to experience difficulty swimming. 46-year-old Dara Knoll of Louisville was with her in the water, tried to get her out of the water into the boat, but was unable to do so. Neither Dunnigan nor Knoll were wearing life jackets at the time of the drowning. Hometown Teams captures these stories that unfold on the neighborhood fields and courts, and the underdog heroics, larger-than-life legends, fierce rivalries, and gut-wrenching defeats of local sports. Now, for more than 100 years, sports have reflected the trials and triumphs of the American experience and have helped shape the national character. Now, Caverna alumni Clarence Glover spoke about the local Hometown Teams exhibit that's going on in Horse Cave right now. And when it comes to the local exhibit, the group that got the alumni together wanted to take you back in time, as he explains with this story about the combination of Cave City and Horse Cave schools and their baseball uniforms.
They had the Horse Cave Cavemen, which is back in the days of my mentor, Mr. Dorsey, Dr. Dero Downing. And then they had the Cave City team with baseball. Now this is before integration. But we have those teams that you're going to see And then when you read about them, you'll see that the Cave City teams, that beautiful baseball uniforms that they had that were stripes. Now, it said Cave City, so you just took the city off and you put the R-E-N-A on there, and it was Caverna, with those pinstripe baseballs. When you read about all those things, what we were looking to do and what they were looking to do is they want you to vicariously be back to the days in the 1950s when the most handsome basketball player got to marry the prettiest girl in school.
Along with the Smithsonian's national exhibit in the Thomas House in Horse Cave, there's also local sports exhibits, including stories from players, pictures, and memorabilia. Now, whether it is professional sports or those played on a high school level or even amateur sports played on local playgrounds, sports everywhere are very important to young people. And you can't talk Caverna sports without talking about Brian Dole, and I asked him why it's important.
It is a very easy question for me. Baseball, basketball, football, it teaches them the game of life. There's going to be failures and there's going to be successes. It's how you handle the failure that is what really teaches you. Teamwork and where we're standing right now with all this memorabilia, teamwork is the one power that causes ordinary people to accomplish extraordinary things.
The exhibit is free to the public and open at the historic Thomas House in downtown Horse Cave until August the 18th. Hometown teams can be seen Monday through Thursday by appointment. Call 786-2680. Fridays and Saturdays from 10 to 6 and Sundays from 1 to 5. One of the folks that helped get all the memorabilia together was Caverna alumni Bruce Gentry.
Yeah, it's just the whole thing's been phenomenal, even from the beginning of trying to locate memorabilia and talk with former classmates and former schoolmates and teammates and all that, community people. But then as it being pieced together, you could see how magnificent it could be, and it is. It's just incredible, and more than you could ever think until you walk through the doors. So
again, that is Hometown Teams. That is open Monday through Thursday by appointment, Friday and Saturday 10 to 6, and Sundays 1 to 5. Right now it's 6:14 a.m. on this Thursday morning, 65 degrees.
Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessonberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessonberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilead.
In more local news, it's easy to see the difference that Chip Jenkins makes in the lives of kids every day, whether it be dressing up as Thing 2 for Dr. Seuss Day or supporting initiatives like Barron County reads and feeds. Now, Jenkins serves as the Barron County Schools Transportation Director and was recently named Transportation Director of the Year by the KAPT, or the Kentucky Association of Pupil Transportation. Jenkins will be in the studio this morning at 7 o'clock to talk about the award. And state police is competing with other state law enforcement agencies throughout the nation in the American Association of State Troopers 2019 Best Looking Cruiser Contest. Now, the winning photo will be featured on the cover and premiere January position of the association's 2019 wall calendar. State police photos featured one of the newest Dodge Chargers in front of the state capitol in Frankfort. Now, to accomplish this, to get the January picture, state police needs the help of all Kentucky citizens and friends. The competition's tough. The 2018 winner collected over 25,000 votes. Now, voting began yesterday at 12 noon. You can go online, facebook.com/state troopers. Voting ends Wednesday, so voting ends next Wednesday, so timing is critical. Only like votes will be counted. So again, you can show your support for Kentucky's Thin Gray Line by visiting the AAST Facebook page and voting today. And the Foundation for a Healthy Kentucky is seeking input about the topics and questions to be included in the next Kentucky Health Issues poll. The deadline for suggestions is August 1. Now, KHIP is a telephone poll of Kentucky adults asking their views on key health policy issues likely to come before the legislature or local policymaking bodies, and their opinions on health-related topics and health status measures. Now, the poll is funded by the Foundation and the Interact for Health. Now, KHIP's been conducted annually since 2008. The Foundation would like the public's input on topics as well as specific questions that should be asked when the poll is conducted later this fall. KHIP data is then used by a variety of government, nonprofit, media, and other organizations focused on improving health and providing health care in Kentucky. Details about the previous KHIP topics and questions can be found online at healthy-ky.org. You can also give your input about the upcoming Health Issues poll. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs at 6:18 a.m., 65 degrees.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits?
News Network. I'm Jaleesa Chapman. A Kentucky congressman has been chosen to serve on the conference committee assigned to negotiate a final version of the federal farm bill. Representative James Comer of the 1st District says the final product will be the, quote, most impactful legislation signed into law this year. A group of physicians tell state officials in Frankfort that guns are a public health crisis. The physicians testified for gun violence prevention before the Interim Committee on Health, Welfare, and Family Services. Pediatric emergency physician Dr. Britt Anderson tells WLKY.
19 children are treated or die in emergency departments in the U.S. each day from firearm injuries.
The group says they are not pushing for gun control. Instead, they want gun owners to be more responsible. A man has been indicted in connection to a decades-old rape case.
54-year-old Henry Crawford faces charges of rape and assault in connection to the August 1983 attack. Prosecutor Tom Wine says the testing of the rape kit led to a match with Crawford.
Now we have a hit and a victim who is prepared to come forward, and perhaps the most extraordinary woman. The victim is now 88 years old.
Wine says the victim is willing to come forward because she wants to see justice done. Crawford is currently serving a 50-year sentence in Muhlenberg County on a 2010 Jefferson County conviction for rape, sodomy, burglary, and robbery. I'm Suzanne Duval.
The Trump administration is easing rules for handling toxic coal ash from more than 400 coal-fired power plants across the U.S. The move comes after utilities objected to regulations adopted under former President Barack Obama. Environmental Protection Agency Acting Administrator Andrew Wheeler said the changes will save utilities roughly $30 million annually. Most of the savings come from extending by 18 months the deadline for utilities to close ash dumps that don't meet water protection standards. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Don't miss out on watching some of the finest golfers from around the world compete in the Barbasol PGA Championship. Get up close and personal to golf greats this week at the Championship at Keene Trace. It's not too late to get your tickets now by visiting barbasolchampionshipky.com. Enjoy golfing at its best, local food, and craft beer at the Kentucky Proud Village, as well as Rising Country Entertainment Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with Main Street Stage live at the Barbasol. Visit barbasolchampionshipky.com to get your tickets today.
Fun summer vibes at the Kentucky State Fair, August 16th through the 26th. Hear all your favorite tunes at the Texas Roadhouse Concert Series in the new Bluegrass Village. 11 nights, 26 bands, all free. Save money, get your half-price State Fair parking code and limited edition souvenir State Fair cup available at any Rally's location through August 15th. For tickets and info, visit kystatefair.org today. The Kentucky State Fair, presented by Rally's.
Bring back those summer vibes.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com. In area funeral announcements at this hour, Larry Glenn Hare, age 69 of Glasgow, passed away yesterday at TJ Sampson Community Hospital. Funeral arrangements for Larry Glenn Hare are incomplete at this time, but will be under the direction of the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Lola Laureen Whittle Renfro, age 95 of Brownsville, died Monday. She was a homemaker, a loving mother and grandmother. She is survived by 3 sons, Leland Renfro and brother Eldridge Renfro of Cleveland and brother Ronald Renfro of Brownsville, 1 daughter, Sandra Stice of Cleveland, 12 grandchildren, Annette Huggins, Kathy, Brad, Aaron, and Blake Renfro, Leslie Spain Howard, Amy Carey, Brandy Lindsay, Sean, Ryan, Bretta, and Jonathan Stice. 18 great-grandchildren and 3 great-great-grandchildren also survive. Funeral services for Lola Laureen Whittle Renfro will be at 11 a.m. Saturday at the Beaver Dam United Baptist Church with interment in the Beaver Dam Church Cemetery. Visitation will be from 4 until 8 p.m. today, from 10 until 8 Friday, and from 9 until 11 a.m. on Saturday. John Denver White, age 86 of Tompkinsville, passed away Tuesday at Monroe County Medical Center. He worked in maintenance at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He is survived by 2 sons, Ronnie Earl White and wife Pamela, and Danny White, both of Indianapolis. 3 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren, several nieces and nephews, also survive. Funeral services for John Denver White will be at 1 p.m. Friday at the Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home with burial in the Center Point Cemetery. Visitation will be from 4 until 8 p.m. today and from Friday after 6 a.m. Donations are suggested to the Center Point Cemetery. Graveside services and interment for Christine Thea Wilkins will be at 10 a.m. Saturday at the Campground Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to the Marywood Weldon Memorial Library in Glasgow. Funeral services for Brenda Gale Lane, age 51 of Bonneville, will be at 11 a.m. on Saturday at the Wynn Funeral Home with burial to follow in the Horse Cave Municipal Cemetery. Visitation will be today from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. and Friday from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. and then on Saturday from 8 a.m. until the time of service. Funeral services for Iva Ellen Isla Hudson Pickrell Raymer, age 85 of Louisville, will be at 2 p.m. Friday at the Patton Funeral Home with interment to be in the Sweden Church Cemetery. Visitation will be from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. Friday. 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Friday. And memorial contributions can be made to Hospice of Louisville. The family wishes to extend special thanks to the tender care and assistance provided by the staff of the Beehive Memory Care. Funeral services for Brother Randall McPherson, age 90 of Burkesville, will be today at 11 a.m. in the Memory Chapel of the Norris New Funeral Home. Burial will be in the Christian Chapel Cemetery. Contributions are appreciated to Hospice of Lake Cumberland. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
669 Barron County Business Supply, the area's #1 supplier of office products.
All right, 65 degrees currently here in downtown Glasgow. As we approach 6:30, we are going to be approaching the birthday list and the anniversary list, and we've already had some calls this morning. So we're going to open the phone lines up now at 270-651-9149. That's 270-651-9149. When we come back, we'll have the birthdays for you.
She was only years old. For the last 15 years, her diet consisted of basically only eating McDonald's Chicken McNuggets. So when recently she was rushed to the hospital because she collapsed while she was at work, she was struggling to breathe. Now you and I know it's been proven that a diet that's abnormally high in salt and fat leads to an increased risk of heart attack and stroke. So if you ignore these warnings and your health finally catches up to you, you can only say, what'd you expect? If someone chooses to live a life apart from God, a life where God is secondary, when you stand at judgment and hear Jesus say, depart from me, we ask, what'd you expect? This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
The future face of Pedigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
See Gadget Badgers today.
All right, time for the birthday list. Before we get to that, we got to talk about something amazing. That's right, the amazing race. And it's amazing what a great community that we have putting things like this together. The Amazing Race is coming up on July 28th. That is a week from this coming Saturday. And basically, this is a benefit for the Barron County and Glasgow City School systems. The race to complete the challenge around Glasgow and be the first team to return is the goal, with school supplies needed. like dry erase markers, Kleenexes, Clorox wipes, pencils, hand sanitizer, crayons, paper towels, markers, notebooks, art supplies, and more. Again, you can register by the 27th for $10 or the day of the race for $12, and up to 5 people per team. So check out the amazing race. All right, let's give birthday shout-outs today to Kelly Jackson, Kenneth Hatfield, Danny Mutter. Kellen Smith has a birthday today. Also, Wes Shipley, Thomas Hogue, Janet Shelton, Harold Grooms. Brent Smith is 45 today. Also, happy birthday to Marla Irwin. Happy birthday, Jody Holgate, Casey Joe Bowles, Carla Wiltshire, Ben Dennison, Lindsay Kidd, and Ashley Durham. We have some anniversaries to celebrate for you today. Steve and Regina Murphy, happy birthday. I was at their wedding. The rest of the 7th grade class is at the wedding too. It was a great day. Happy 55th anniversary to Brenda and Jerry Klein. And Robert and Joyce Driver are celebrating 27 years of marriage today. We are patting on the back today by special request. Frida Likens, her birthday was last week. Just now getting around to making her good as gold. If you see Frida Likens around town, be sure you pat her on the back. Tell her she's good as gold from her friends here at WCLU and A Little Taste of Texas, where good friends meet for great food and home for the best steaks in town. And Frida will be the 4th of 5 names that we have put into the Little Taste of Texas cowboy hat. We'll be drawing out of that hat tomorrow to see who wins the weekly free meal to A Little Taste of Texas. So congratulations to Frida. Be sure to pat her on the back today. Hope everybody on the birthday list is enjoying themselves. All right. When we come back, we're going to be doing some archiving, going to be digging deep down into the history and deep into our roots here in southern Kentucky, thanks to the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. We're back in 90 seconds here on WCLU.
Legendary Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Legendberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Legendberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC.
781. All right. What's going on, Angela? Can't hear you.
Let me turn my mic on. Marvelous morning so far.
So we got some things going on in the community. We got a big announcement coming from the United Way tomorrow at the quarterly chamber breakfast.
Yes, and I also want to say, folks, I've covered a lot of events. I've been to a lot of exhibits, especially since I've been in news. One of the coolest things I've ever seen is this hometown teams exhibit, the Thomas House and Horse Cave going on right now.
Where is the Thomas House?
Right downtown. You can't miss it.
Right by the train tracks.
Well, it's kind of, like through the intersection right there beside the cave and the zip line and all. That's right downtown, and it is one of the, just like Clarence Glover telling that story, about, when the cavemen came together, Horse Cave and Caverna schools combined, they just took the MEN off their baseball uniforms and put RNA and made Caverna. Just little stories like that. They have tons of memorabilia, everything from uniforms from like Brownie troops all the way up to high school sports. I mean, there were some big deal people that came out of Cavern that went on to do big things in sports.
To me, that is the pride of Horse Cave.
Well, and it was funny, there are all these people that were talking to Brian Dole and like reminiscing about this game or that play or whatever, and I don't remember Brian Dole. I just know Brian Dole Ballpark. Right. But I mean, he was so gracious and such a down to earth guy. And it's just I tell you what, folks, if you miss going down there to this exhibit, you're really missing out. And it's free.
Check it out. When and where?
It is Monday through Thursday by appointment, 10 to 6 Friday and Saturday, and Sunday 1 to 5.
So kind of like open house on the weekend.
Okay, yeah, you just walk through it, and it's absolutely packed with stuff. I mean, there's Bruce Gentry, Mayor Randall Curry, Clarence Glover, Brenda Shue as a Donselman, Sandra Wilson, Kenny Russell. All those folks have worked so hard to get. I mean, the things that they had, the stuff that people have kept through the years. It's amazing. Go down there, folks. Guys, if you're trying to figure out somewhere cool to take a date this weekend. Tons of brownie points if you take her there.
All right. Thank you, Angela.
Yeah, and guys need all the help they can get sometimes.
What do you say? We do our best. Hey,
Really?
what do you say we give away a T-shirt? Who
I love
likes
that
free
idea.
T-shirts? Now talk about the T-shirt, Angela. It says "Live United" on it, which
It
is
does.
emblematic of United Way.
Yes. And folks, they've got a huge announcement that's coming up tomorrow. I can give you a hint. It's about money.
Okay.
That's all you're getting, though. But they'll be at the Chamber of Breakfast in the morning. They're going to come back here afterwards, and they're going to give us the details of the announcement, what that's going to mean for this community. And folks, United Way, seriously, if you wonder, who are they? What do they do? Well, they help out nonprofits.
Awesome.
You wonder why nonprofits can do what they do? Well, because United Way helps.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to open the phone lines up.
Okay.
And the first person to give us a call at 270-651-9149 and scream, "Live United," will take home the T-shirt.
Perfect.
270-651-9149. Call us up and say, "Live United." 270-651-9149. And the phone line is ringing currently.
Record them, Wes.
All right.
Live United.
Hold on, let me record you. All right, say that again.
They can do better than that.
WCLU.
Live United.
And who is this?
James Simpson.
James Simpson. Hey, congratulations. Come by and see us at 229 West Main. We will get you a free T-shirt.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
James Simpson. Live United. There you go.
Tomorrow you have to answer a riddle to get a T-shirt.
All right, I'll let you handle that.
Deal.
When we come back, we're going to do some archiving. The archives are brought to you by Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services.
15,000
Check out the deals at Gilly.
Hoses while you wait. Cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
Time for the archives. Speaking of nice exhibits, they've got a cool one down there right now in the Snavely Gallery. The South Central Kentucky celebrates red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
With a cool exhibits related to the Revolutionary War, George Washington, the Constitution, and the DAR. So check that out. And thanks to the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center for preparing the archives for us today. We got the easy part. We just have to sit back and find a place to sit them down.
There we go.
And read them. So this day in 1918, it was Ewing Thomas was arrested Saturday.
See, poor Ewing. What was he doing?
Well, he was arrested by Deputy Sheriffs Bailey and Shaw.
It took two of them to get him down.
No, he actually did something kind of bad. He was charged with being a deserter from the U.S. Army.
Ah, he cut out.
He was placed in jail here. He was arrested on orders from military authorities at Camp Shelby. He deserted from the 114th Trench Mortar Battery. And he will be taken back to Camp Shelby by a military guard, and he is not going to have the coolest job in the brigade.
For sure.
you can't cut out.
No.
You got to serve your country.
You can't cut out or roll out.
Well, this day in 1928, a Chevrolet Roadster driven by Herbert Renfro, who was accompanied by Owen Boucher and Elvin Delk.
You know that was a fun trio.
Yeah, but not too much fun on this day.
What'd they do?
It turned over twice on
No.
Dixie Highway, seriously injuring Delk, slightly injuring the others. The accident occurred between Cave City and Glasgow Junction, and the boys were rushed back to Cave City for first aid treatment. The car skidded off the highway and turned over twice, throwing Delk out on the first turn. Scary stuff. And the others were still in the car after the second turnover. No fatalities.
They made it through.
But Delk was seriously injured, so that's not good. Now let's talk about something a little bit better. Reverend T.H. Alderson in 1938, along with Dick Ganter, Harold Evans, and Terry Hatchett II, and Edwin Anderson were on the Boy Scout camping trip in western Kentucky.
Well, that sounds nice.
So nice to hear a little report from them. Then in 1948, it was G.E. Page, well-known evangelist of the Church of Christ, will begin a series of gospel broadcasts over these very same airwaves of WKAY beginning Sunday, 1 to 1:30. Tune in to G.E. Page.
WKAY.
That's WKAY. Actually, we had Mike Hyde bring in an old WKAY pocket knife that I'm sure my grandfather sold.
That's pretty cool.
So thank you to Mike Hyde for bringing that in. He found that going through some old stuff. I actually saw him yesterday. He told me the story about it. So, well, let's see. 60 years ago on this day in 1958, it was Mr. and Mrs. Horace Travis and their son, Bobby. Again, I was talking about names we know now.
Mm-hmm.
They were in Washington, D.C. for a visit with their son, U.S. Marine Lieutenant Freddie Travis.
Well, we know
and
Freddie Travis.
Mrs. Travis. Lieutenant Travis reported to Camp Lejeune Monday, where he is awaiting further orders, and his brother remained over to assist Mrs. Travis in closing their apartment and returned here later that week. Mrs. Travis is at present visiting her mother, Mrs. Robert Oliver.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
Well, small world.
It is a small world, and those are names we know. They've served in the community in many areas, most importantly of which is serving in the military. This day in 1968, a quick story here, an oil well has been brought in on the Oscar Jesse farm near Breeding.
Drill, baby, drill. Is that what it says next?
Yeah, drill till you can't drill no more.
Ain't that it?
Black gold.
Texas tea.
There you go. I wish we'd have an oil well. I'd like to have an oil well, wouldn't you?
No.
Why?
Like if it was like...
You don't like money?
If it was like somewhere like, off from here where I could be like, hey, mail me a check. If that's a mailbox money from an oil well, I'd be okay.
Well, they're taking investors.
Is it like one of those Nigerian prince things? If you invest, we'll send you money.
Oh, no, it's not a guarantee. It's a chance. It's a tax-free investment, actually.
If I want a chance, I'll buy a Powerball ticket.
There you go.
I think I'm going to win Powerball, though.
I hope you do. Hope you share it with me.
I would.
We got...
I'd buy the radio station and say whatever I wanted.
And then you'd get fined.
Yeah.
The FCC.
Dude, I would have millions. I'd just be like this, making it rain on the FCC.
All right, Howard Stern.
I'm saying.
This day in 1978, it was Darlene Martin Wells, Terry Wilkinson, and Richard Neal Simone being the recipients of the JC Outstanding Young Kentuckian Awards.
You know what JC stands for? Junior Chamber.
Junior Chamber.
I feel like Henry now. I know things that you don't.
There you go. Well, you do have a couple years on me.
Keep on, Wes.
This day in 1988, Tara L. McCubbins was crowned Miss Farmers RECC of 1988. Janelle Belcher Jones was first runner-up. Tara McCubbins.
Well, that's nice.
Nice award. Scholarship goes along with that, too.
Everybody likes scholarships.
Mm-hmm. This day in 1998, the Barren River beaches reopened after being closed for high water, preventing their opening. So
I'm so glad they opened that back up, too.
The summer of 98, first couple months were kind of boring down on the beach because you couldn't even, there wasn't a beach.
Right.
It was just a lake.
And they put a lot of work in out there, too, and that beach is nice.
It is real nice.
You need to go there and check it out, folks.
And folks will remember this day 10 years ago, Keith Ponder was named the Glasgow Daily Times publisher.
There you go.
That does it for the archives today.
It
Pretty
does.
quick little round. Nothing too serious in there today.
Flew through it.
The archives, of course, brought to you by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services on Industrial Drive, because
history's made by the hard work that stands the test of time.
Thank you, Angela. Shout out to the folks watching on Facebook Live this morning. We got Timothy Epley. Good morning, Timothy. Also Beverly Pettigo, Joseph Yates Bright, Rex Harlow, Chad Livingston, Martha McCoy, Gary Pierce, Sheila Eaton, Donita Runyon's on there this morning.
There, thank goodness. Donita had us worried yesterday.
She was the second one on this morning.
Yeah, she must have heard us talking about it.
Everybody
yesterday.
likes to sleep in every now and then. Matter of fact, I did this morning.
I'm telling you.
I rolled in here at 5:55.
Hey, welcome to my world.
That's how it goes.
I work best under pressure.
We're going to take a quick little break. We got trivia coming up. We got the weather forecast coming up, and then Chip Jenkins. Is it Chip?
Chip Jenkins, one of my all-time super favorite people ever.
Chip's going to be in the studio, humbly talking about
because
a very well-deserved award.
Folks, I just want to tell you this, okay? Chip did not call me about an interview. We had gotten a press release, and I knew that if I called Chip, he'd say, we don't want to talk about me getting recognized.
That's why you went above Chip.
I went to the top dog and then the second. And then Chip called me last night. What are you doing? I'm like, ha, ha, ha. About to make you a radio star is what I'm doing.
See, that's that camaraderie that goes back to leadership.
That's where I met Chip, was in the leadership class through the chamber.
And you know, they are now taking applications at the chamber office. If a business you own or work for, or if you got a young whippersnapper who needs to be exposed to the community a little bit more so, they're taking applications to be a part of the leadership program. Of course, you and I are both graduates of that.
And it's actually a fun program. It's not like seminars, folks. It's not like, oh my gosh, I don't want to sit through this. It's fun.
No, it really is fun, and you have a close bond with those people because, you know, you've got the retreat.
You see them in a whole new light.
Then you got the Frankfurt trip.
Frankfurt trip, yes.
And things go, what happens in Frankfurt?
Stays in Frankfurt.
There you go. No, just kidding. It is a great program.
No, it really does stay in Frankfurt.
You get to... Thank goodness.
Meanwhile, folks at the chamber are stroking out because we're saying.
No, really though, this is great PR for the chamber. It's fun.
I mean, seriously,
it's fun.
Yeah, because you know, folks, if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't say it.
And like I said, you've got bonds with people like Chip Jenkins.
I love Chip. I'm telling you.
You know, I've got bonds with people in the Berrien County school system now, like Patty Gentry.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, she retired.
Chip and Cheyenne dressed up as Thing 1 and Thing 2 for Dr. Seuss Day.
Uh-huh.
And when I saw that picture, I asked Stephanie Spence if she would blow it up and hang it there in the boardroom where we have our media meetings.
Uh-huh.
Every time I go in, it's just like, oh my gosh, Chip looks so ridiculous, and that's why I love him.
Yeah.
He will do whatever to help out kids.
He's a great man.
He's the driving force as transportation director.
That's excellent.
Where's my bada bing thing?
All right. Taking a quick break. We're back with birthdays, weather, trivia. Put your thinking cap on.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local healthcare provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man. But there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center.
Now it's time for the weather forecast. Ken Boone from the Weather Channel has more.
Dry weather today, shower and thunderstorm chances increasing, however, as we head towards the weekend. Mostly sunny skies for us today with seasonable temperatures up around 90 this afternoon. Scattered showers and storms possible overnight tonight. Temperatures drop down to around 70 degrees. Scattered showers and storms Friday, mainly in the morning. Some of those storms could be strong to even severe. Temperatures tomorrow reaching highs in the mid-80s. Chance for more thunderstorms over the weekend. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ken Boone. Now, let's take a look at the constant coverage in studio radar. I'm interested to see what that rain cell did that was just east of us. It's gone. It's like vanished. Let's go further south, Aaron. Take a look at that stuff that was around the Alabama-Tennessee line. It's pretty much, it's kind of moving north and not necessarily east. That could change. That's some bad rain down there. It's a good thing we don't have that going on. We'll take a little rain, but we don't need a whole lot. We're going to go through the birthday list one more time. If you have a birthday to announce, give us a call at 270-651-9149. I don't want to forget to review the current conditions, which humidity is at 92%, and winds are calm this morning. Barometer is at 29.99, and again, hadn't had any rain in a few days. So that's what we got going on in the weather. We'll take a quick break and back in 60 seconds if you got a birthday for us.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
So let's talk birthdays, shall we? Happy birthday to Ashley Durham, Lindsay Kidd, Ben Dennison, Carla Wiltshire, Casey Joe Bowles, Jody Holgate, Marla Irwin, Brent Smith, Harold Grooms, Janet Shelton, Thomas Hogue, Wes Shipley, Kellen Smith, Danny Mutter, Kenneth Hatfield, Kelly Jackson. Anniversaries today for Steve and Regina Murphy. Brenda and Jerry Klein celebrating 55 years, and Robert and Joyce Driver 27 years. Patting on the back today by special request, Frida Likens. It's Frida Likens Day on the radio. If you see Frida around town, pat her on the back, tell her she's good as gold from her friends at WCLU. A little taste of Texas. Hey, Aaron. So, my phone is blowing up this morning. From Max Marion. You know Max?
Yeah,
you know his mama. My mama's a teacher.
Gotcha.
So we had Wednesday night fellowship last night, card game.
Okay.
And somehow or another, I got talked into wrestling. Max. I'm so sore today. I'm too old for that stuff.
Me.
but nonetheless, Max won't leave me alone. He's sitting on a throne, like a metaphorical throne, because he's just so pumped about beating me wrestling. I tapped out. He got me by the neck. I just tapped out. Okay, Max. So you can quit blowing up my phone, because now everybody in Southern Kentucky knows that you beat me in wrestling, and he is the ultimate arm wrestling champion. I don't know where he gets it. It's like little man strength. He's got like tendons of steel.
Oh, that's the scariest type of strength.
Yeah, he's like little man strong. You just can't mess with Max.
Yeah.
All right, Max. You happy now, buddy? It's your birthday. Okay. We won't talk about that anymore. We will talk trivia next.
Are you looking for a new...
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Folks, we're going to play trivia here in just a minute. We're doing the same thing today. Free t-shirt if you answer correctly on Facebook. And if you answer correctly over the phone at 270-651-9149, as always, you get a free meal to Long John Silver's A&W. So if you're watching on Facebook Live, which I know we've got several people on there right now, answer this trivia question here in just a moment, and you'll win a free t-shirt, Live United t-shirt. And as always, on the phone, Long John Silver's. We'll play trivia after a word from our sponsors at Long John Silver's A&W.
Do you know what day it is? Well, it pays to know, because Long John Silver's in Glasgow is announcing some show-stopping deals for you and your family. Every Sunday from 11 till 7, it's all-you-can-eat fish and chicken for $8.99. Bring your friends and family on Sundays and get all-you-can-eat fish and chicken $8.99. If it's Tuesday, it's Taco Tuesday. Get a fish taco for 99 cents. Friday, it's crab cakes, just 99 cents each. These are limited-time deals, so get to Long John's in Glasgow today.
Why do Dad's commercials make me so hungry? That sounds delicious. Long John Silver's, who wants to go? 270-651-9149. Answer this question. What is the world's largest amphibian? I spelled that wrong. What is the world's largest amphibian?
Trivia. Hello, trivia. Say what now?
Gotta say something. Again, 270-651-9149. If you can fix that spelling, Aaron. What is the world's largest amphibian? 270-651-9149. We'll go to the phone lines now.
Good morning, trivia.
The Gila monster.
It is not the Gila monster. Trivia.
Blue whale.
Not the blue whale. I'm pretty sure a whale's a mammal. I'm not a real science guy, though. So 270-651-9149. I'm looking on the Facebook comments. Who's going to get it right for a free T-shirt? Who's going to get it right on the phone for Long John's?
Good morning, trivia.
Andreas.
Not Andreas. Trivia.
Is it a salamander?
Got to be more specific, bud.
270-651-9149. He got it half right. I'll give you that much. But I'm looking for a specific answer. What's the world's largest amphibian? I'm watching on the Facebook comments.
Trivia.
It's a Chinese salamander.
That is correct. Who am I speaking with?
Belinda Cash.
Belinda or Melinda?
Belinda.
Belinda with a B.
Yes.
That's the way to be, Belinda. You're right. The Chinese giant salamander. Check. Are you watching on Channel 6?
No, actually, I'm listening on the radio.
Okay. All right. Well, there's There's an incredible picture up there, Aaron. Look at that thing. It's not any kind of amphibian I'd want to mess with, but Belinda Cash, you can come by and see us at 229 West Main Street anytime after 8 o'clock today or any day, and you can get your prize, which is Long John Silver's A&W, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
That's Belinda Cash. Somebody's going to answer on. Here we go. Rex Harlow. Rex Harlow got it on Facebook. If you'll congratulate him. If you will congratulate him, Aaron, that'd be great. So, Rex, congratulations for being a good listener. And Belinda, congratulations for being smart. It's the Chinese giant salamander. So cute. Put that back up, Aaron. So cute. I think I want one. No, I don't. The news you depend on, the 7 o'clock live and local morning edition, is next.
CBS News Update. Days after his summit with Vladimir Putin, President Trump seems to be shifting his stance on Russian election meddling. He tells CBS's Jeff Glor he now accepts the findings of the U.S. intelligence community. And on Putin himself,
Do you hold him personally responsible?
Well, I would, because he's in charge of the country, just like I consider myself to be responsible for things that happen in this country. So certainly, as the leader of a country, you would have to hold him responsible, yes.
but some lawmakers still have doubts. Correspondent Nancy Cortez with the response from Capitol Hill.
There are many Republicans who say, look, he made a mistake in Helsinki. It wasn't his finest hour. He is now admitting that. Let's relax, as Ted Cruz put it. But there are Democrats, most of them, in fact, who think that this walk back is disingenuous, incomplete, and probably temporary. And frankly, many Republicans will tell you privately that they fear the same thing.
CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Unfordville, W253BN Glasgow. Services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
I'm Jared Persley. And I'm Daniel Bird. As recent history tells us, disasters can happen. It's impossible to prepare for everything, but it is possible to prepare for what happens next. And that's where we come in. At ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance Agency, we can provide you with many options as an independent agency. And it's our job to make sure you know about all the what-ifs so that your policy has you prepared for what happens next. So just ask us. We'd be honored that you did. Just give us a call at 651-8837. We're ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance Agency, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Going to interrupt for just a moment. Check this out. Aaron, you know who that's for?
No, I do not.
It's for Rita Jessie, because Rita Jessie is 50 today. So once again, happy 50th birthday to Rita Jessie. We've got the 7 o'clock news coming up next.
It's spring sale time at Bailey Gibson, and Dad's got the prices you're looking for. New incentives are being offered on many GMCs and Buicks on the lot. We hope you're looking for a new car or truck, because we're looking for good trade-ins. Bring your used car or truck to Bailey Gibson, and we'll offer you a better deal than you can get anywhere around. Stop by and check out our spring savings event now underway at Bailey Gibson in Glasgow. Lola, what do you say?
We're having a springtime sale at Bailey Gibson. Give my dandy a call on his flip phone for a great deal.
For many years, residents of Glasgow got used to their friendly postman, Rollin Dixon.
I delivered all over town. I was the swing man. I delivered 5 different routes.
A kind word and a smile were his trademark. But there's a little-known fact about his smile.
My teeth have always been bad.
Rollin wanted his teeth fixed. He researched dental implants, and he got Dr. Jim Thurman to get the job done.
I got my first one in 2014. I have 5.
5 implants?
When I got one tooth fixed and got my cap on it and everything, then it wouldn't be 2 months till another one would go out. I'd break off.
What really was Rollin's incentive?
It's hard to eat when you can't chew food. I love steak if it's a good tender steak. But now if it's a tough steak, it makes my teeth sore. I do better with these.
Dr. Jim Thurman and his staff explained the entire process and made it enjoyable.
I always look forward to going out there and joking around with them. We always had a big time whenever I went. And, of course, he was right in the middle of it usually.
And that's right where he loves to be. Call 651-5939 and get started. Dr. Jim Thurman and Dr. Amy Cassidy.
Everybody wants to feel good about their pharmacy, but in the quest for good health, price does become a factor. In Glasgow, we have a pharmacy that has been able to combine customer service with the lowest possible price day in and day out. That pharmacy is Park Avenue Pharmacy. Ask your friends. They'll tell you that when comparing the price of prescription drugs time and time again, Park Avenue Pharmacy is the lowest price. And with full-time pharmacists and friendly faces you know, you should request the prescriptions be filled at Park Avenue Pharmacy. Park Avenue Pharmacy is located in the Park Avenue Shopping Center, easy to get to from anywhere. Phone 651-5156. You can get low prices and full service. Simply trust Park Avenue Pharmacy in Glasgow.
Good morning, everyone. 7 minutes into the 7 o'clock hour here on WCLU. This is the 7 o'clock morning edition of Live and Local News with WCLU News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Aaron. A former employee of Dark Container in Horse Cave pled guilty in U.S. District Court to tampering with consumer products. 44-year-old Waylon Horton, as it said in 2016, he was an employee of the container manufacturing plant, worked in the Prince setup area where they made styrofoam drinking cups. Now, on two separate occasions in July of 2016, Horton, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, with reckless disregard for the risk of death or bodily injury, placed pieces of broken glass in styrofoam drinking cups that were then shipped out to fast food restaurants. Glass pieces were then subsequently found in cups at 3 different restaurants in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. After receiving complaints, the container manufacturing plant put the distribution of styrofoam cups that were produced in its facility on hold, and 7 additional boxes containing these styrofoam cups with the broken glass pieces were found. At sentencing, Horton could be sentenced up to 10 years in prison, a period of supervised release up to 3 years, and fined $250,000. According to the plea agreement, Horton will also owe restitution in an amount to be determined at sentencing. He's scheduled for sentencing in early October. And a Bowling Green woman drowned Monday afternoon while swimming at the Narrows at Barren River Lake. 50-year-old Angela Dunnigan was in a group of people near the Narrows swimming. Now, the boat's anchor had dropped but didn't secure to the bottom. The boat began to move. Dunnigan saw this, according to communications director for the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife, Mark Marasini, and she began to try to swim towards the boat. An individual that was with her, 46-year-old Darren Noel, tried to get her back in the boat but was unsuccessful. Neither Dunnigan nor Noel were wearing life jackets at the time of the drowning. Hometown Teams captures the stories that unfold on the neighborhood fields and courts, and the underdog heroics, larger-than-life legends, fierce rivalries, and gut-wrenching defeats of local sports. Now, for more than 100 years, sports have reflected the trials and triumphs of the American experience and helped shape the national character. Governa alumni Clarence Glover said when it comes to the local exhibit, the group wanted to take you back in time, as he explains with this story of the combination of Cave City and Horse Cave schools that he gave Saturday at the ribbon cutting.
They had the Horse Cave Caveman, which is back in the days of my mentor, Mr. Dorsey, Dr. Dero Downing. And then they had the Cave City team with baseball. Now, this is before immigration. But we have those teams that you're going to see. And then when you read about them, you'll see that with the Cave City teams, that beautiful baseball uniforms that they had that were stripes. Now, it said Cave City, so you just took the city off and you put the R-E-N-A on there, and it was Governa, with those pinstripe baseballs. When you read about all those things, what we were looking to do and what they were looking to do is they want you to vicariously be back to the days in the 1950s when the most handsome basketball player got to marry the prettiest girl in school.
Now, in a partnership with the Smithsonian Institute, Hometown Teams, the exhibit is currently in Horse Cave at the historic Thomas House. There's also a local sports aspect of the exhibit with memorabilia from Governa and the Horse Cave and Cave City schools. Now, whether it's professional sports or those played on the collegiate field or even the local playground, they've certainly had an impact on the kids. You can't talk Governa sports without talking about Brian Dole. I asked Dole why sports are so important to young people.
It is a very easy question for me. Baseball, basketball, football, teaches them the game of life. There's going to be failures and there's going to be successes. It's how you handle the failure that is what really teaches you. Teamwork and where we're standing right now with all this memorabilia, teamwork is the one power that causes ordinary people to accomplish extraordinary things.
No matter what year you graduated from Caverna, you'll certainly recognize a lot of the memorabilia that's on display, from Brownie and Cub Scout uniforms to baseball team pictures, basketball, and even cross country and track. Now, one of the folks that got all the local memorabilia together was Caverna alumni Bruce Gentry.
Yeah, it's just the whole thing's been phenomenal, even from the beginning of trying to locate memorabilia and talk with former classmates and former schoolmates and teammates and all that, community people. But then as it being pieced together, you could see how magnificent it could be, and it is. It's just incredible, and more than you could ever think until you walk through the doors. So we'd like to invite everyone to come out. There's no admission's free, no charge to come in, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is open between 10 and 6, and then Sunday is 1 to 5, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is by appointment. So come out and enjoy this, because it is a tremendous experience.
Again, Hometown Teams is at the historic Thomas House in downtown Horse Cave. Absolutely free to the public. Monday through Thursday, you can tour it by appointment. Friday and Saturday, 10 to 6, and Sunday from 1 to 5. Right now, it's 7:12 a.m. on this Thursday morning, 65 degrees.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle.
North Ray Street in Glasgow. Call today to set up your appointment.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the latest edition of Live and Local News here on WCLU. It is 7:15, 65 degrees, and we are happy to have Transportation Director for Barron County Schools, Chip Jenkins, live in the WCLU studios with WCLU News Director Angela Briggs.
Angela Briggs here, and this is your top story today. I'm sitting down with one of my all-time favorite people, Chip Jenkins, the Transportation Director for Barron County Schools. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Angela. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
Now, I just want to apologize for having to trick you and go around you to get you to come in this morning to talk about the KAPT award that you got. And tell me a little bit about that award.
Well, we have an annual leadership conference every year, and I'm a member of it. I'm the secretary for KAPT. I was a past president. So it's where we have a group of directors and transportation staff that come together to do our jobs better. And anyway, I was blessed. One of my staff, Michelle Hanlon, a driver trainer, and our superintendent, Bo Matthews, collaborated and nominated me in for that, and so I was selected. So,
were you surprised?
Yes, because I am actually part of that committee who selects nominees for different categories.
Oh, so you're just getting tricked all the way around.
Yeah, and I was kind of curious of why they didn't call me this year, because I was busy, and I said, guys, you didn't call me. He said, no, we got it taken care of, and you were busy. And so I just kind of let it go. So I thought, well, I'll go to the conference and go to the awards banquet, relax, kick back, enjoy other people receiving an award. And then when we got there and found out that I was on the agenda, I thought, oh gosh, guys, y'all did a great job tricking me. But
well, it's definitely a much deserved award, seriously, because you know, along with being transportation director, you do tons of things for Barron County Schools. You support every initiative. You smile through every crazy thing that they ask you to do. How long have you been with Barron County Schools?
I will be with Barron County 6 years in December.
Is transportation the driving force behind school systems?
Yes, ma'am. In my opinion, it is, because if we don't transport them safely, then we don't have school each and every day. So, yes, I think that our drivers are the best in the state and in the nation, and they take great pride in taking care of our students day in and day out. So, yeah.
Now, there are a lot of parents that have been with their kids all summer long, so you're going to be one of their favorite people this fall when the bus pulls up in front of the house and they're back to school. How many students does Barron County Schools transport on a daily basis?
A little over 4,000, give or take.
4,000 kids.
On a daily basis. Yeah, I mean, well, some districts are a lot larger. Right. Like you take our sister district, Warren County. You got 8 to 10,000, whatever they transport. That's a lot, but we have a lot to do on these roadways here in Barron County, so it's a lot.
Now, one thing that you talk about a lot is stop arm violations. I mean, you would think, when the bar goes out and there's the stop sign, folks would say, I'm going to stop at that, but that's not always the case.
No, and as we talked before, there was a national survey in April, and Kentucky was a participating state, and Barron County participated with all the drivers that were out that day, and we had actually 19 stop arm violations that were reported on a particular day in April.
All those were men, because women are better drivers, right?
Probably, yes, ma'am. I'll agree with you on that, probably. I don't get kind of pinned in, but again, it was alarming because we were already in school in the second semester in April, and people still come up on a yellow bus and want to feel the need to go around it and get behind it or whatever, and we had that kind of numbers. It astounded me, and it concerns me. I serve on a state committee for stop arm violations, and there's a problem all throughout the state, not just Barron County, but all over, and we're trying to get a better handle on how we can report these violations, how the county attorneys and local and state and local authorities can participate and do a better job in helping us prosecute these folks.
Right.
And we're not in it for the money. We just want to make sure people stop, because failure to stop can cost a child's life, and that's the main concern for us. So
that's because when you're behind the bus, just because kids are coming up, the right side and going in this yard, there could be kids that are walking around the front of the bus that you can't see.
Exactly. And we were blessed. Some districts, they report where a driver will pass on the loading side. It does happen, and that's a close call for a potential death of a child. We didn't have that happen, but it was just on roadways where people just don't see the need to stop. They just want to blow right on through it. So we have some buses with cameras externally on high traffic areas that we can catch drivers and motorists when that stop arm comes out to try to do it, because it's hard for a driver to pull up somewhere or try to get a plate number, but we do the best we can with what we got. So.
And Barron County goes back to school when?
August the 8th.
Now, what if folks maybe wonder what bus their child might ride? They may have moved since then. Where can they get that information about?
They can contact their local elementary schools if they know which one, or they can call our transportation department, and we, like I said, pull up the routing system, and we can tell them what school they're going to and the bus driver and some times. Nothing's changed this year. Our routes are basically the same, so that's good. We didn't get any new buses this year, so there won't be any new bus numbers. Hopefully next year that will come about. But again, it's easy just to pick up a phone and call us, and we'll pull up our mapping system, and we can tell you within a few minutes who your driver will be and what's going on in the times and stuff. So,
is it hard to get bus aid volunteers? Because I know you couldn't pay me enough money to ride on a school bus and try to keep those kids in line.
Well, as far as aides and drivers, we're blessed. Some districts, some areas in the state, in the nation, have a shortage of drivers and aides.
It takes a brave soul.
Yeah, it does. You have to have a special love for children, and if you don't have that, you don't need to be in the school district, and especially with transportation. But we're always blessed. We seem to have enough in there to fit the needs. And so when we'll start out on August 8th, we'll have a full complementary lineup of drivers, and we have a decent, I call them a bullpen of drivers or sub-drivers there to help serve and take care of the, any problems we might have. So we're blessed. We've been blessed for years, considering what other districts are going through with shortages.
Perfect. Well, folks, Chip Jenkins here, the KAPT Award winner, Director of Transportation for Barron County Schools, one of my all-time favorite people. Pay attention to stop arms, folks. If you wonder what bus your kid rides, get a hold of this guy. Thank you so much, Chip. Come back and see us.
Thank you.
Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. State health officials plan to give updates on the hepatitis A outbreak, including initiatives to slow it. The Louisville Metro Department on Public Health and Wellness will host a conference on the topic this morning. ABC's Richard Cantu says Ford is recalling 500,000 vehicles.
It's a gear shift problem that's spurring Ford to recall 550,000 Fusion sedans from the 2013 through 16 model years and 2013 and 14 Escape Sport Utes. A part can fall off, and even if you shift it into park, you may not have really, and the vehicle can just roll away. So far, no word of crashes or injuries. Owners to be notified by the end of the month, but it could be September before the replacement part is available. Ford says until then, use the parking brake. Richard Cantu, ABC News.
A group of physicians tell state officials in Frankfort that guns are a public health crisis.
The physicians testified before the Interim Committee on Health, Welfare, and Family Services. Pediatric emergency Dr. Britt Anderson.
And I know the horrible, chilling, heart-wrenching wail of a parent who has just lost a child.
And Dr. Christopher Peterson testified that gun safety laws are the key to prevention.
Educating about locking up. I mean, if that's all you did, if we said we're left here and we'll make sure people lock up their guns, you would be saving lives.
Gun violence is now the third leading cause of childhood deaths. I'm Suzanne Duval.
A Kentucky congressman will serve on the conference committee assigned to create a final version of the federal farm bill. 1st District Representative James Comer says the final product will be, quote, the most impactful legislation signed into law this year. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Daddy, are we almost there?
Sweetie, Daddy's trying to concentrate on the road. We'll be at Grandma's soon.
Dad, I really have to go to the bathroom. Can you pull over?
Well, we'd get there a lot sooner if the semi would just get over. Hang on, everybody. Protect yourself and your drivers by learning how to share the road with big trucks. The Ticketing Aggressive Cars and Trucks campaign is being enforced statewide, so pay attention. Don't be distracted. Brought to you by the Kentucky State Police Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Branch.
It's the summer travel season. To raise awareness of traffic laws and to encourage safe driving habits, state and local law enforcement are out in force during the Blue Lights Across the Bluegrass campaign. The goal is not to write tickets, but to save lives. Don't speed, don't drive impaired or distracted, and always wear your seatbelt. Obey the laws, or you will be cited. No exceptions, no excuses. Paid with federal funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
670-7062.
Dry weather today. Shower and thunderstorm chances increasing, however, as we head towards the weekend. Mostly sunny skies for us today with seasonable temperatures up around 90 this afternoon. Scattered showers and storms possible overnight tonight. Temperatures drop down to around 70 degrees. Scattered showers and storms Friday, mainly in the morning. Some of those storms could be strong to even severe. Temperatures tomorrow reaching highs in the mid-80s. Chance for more thunderstorms over the weekend. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ken. Let's take a look at the constant coverage in studio radar screen. Let's see. It's moved up into Tennessee now, but we're pretty clear throughout the state of Kentucky. So I guess that's good. We could use a little rain, though. Not going to lie. It's been a few days. Just a little light rain would be all we need. Let's take a look at the current conditions. Humidity is at 92%. The winds are calm. Barometer's at 29.99. And again, we hadn't had rain in a while. So maybe we'll get some in the next couple days. Because we are a farming community and we do need that rain. So we'll throw it up to the roof cam and hear from our friend Danny White from the Refuge Church of Christ. When we get back, we're going to celebrate birthdays. If you got one to call in, the number's 270-651-9149.
Good morning, friends. At 1 Peter 4:10, the apostle says that as Christians we are stewards or managers of the grace of God. This would imply that God owns everything and that we are simply to use and handle all things properly according to His will and purpose, and we will be held responsible for how we use the things God has given us. Some areas of our responsibility are: number one, our abilities. The parable of the talents at Matthew 25 shows that our responsibility is related to the abilities we've been given. All of our abilities should be used to the glory and praise of God. Number two, our time. It's sad when some say they do not have time to go to church or to do the work of the church, but these same ones have time to go to the ball games, to watch TV, to go out to eat pretty often. You know, the problem is not time, it's priorities. Number three, wealth and possessions. Both money and the ability to make it come from the Lord. Are we more concerned with laying up treasure for ourselves on earth or in heaven? Are we more concerned with hoarding money for our earthly future than with helping the less fortunate ones around us? Don't give the leftovers to God. And number four, the gospel. As Christians, we are entrusted with the life-changing, soul-saving gospel. Are you sharing it? Jesus commands us to be His witnesses as we live in this world. This is Danny Wyatt for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Hey everybody, this is Underdog. I want to remind you all about the easiest way to remember where to find your next home or business. Just go to GlasgowKYHomes.com. That's where you'll find the complete listing of property available from Glasgow's Realty and Auction. Randy Gibbons, principal broker, is a personal friend, and I can assure you that he and Tara Vincent will treat you right. Located on the square in Glasgow. That's Glasgow Realty and Auction. Call 651-SOLD, and remember, GlasgowKYHomes.com.
Thank you, Earn Dog. Of course, Earn Dog is going to be on the radio this evening from 6 to 7 p.m. with his new show. It's called Earn Dog's Off the Chart. And some stuff was on the chart, but not all of it was. But it's pretty cool. Deep cuts, classic rock from all different decades. It's a really good show. And Aaron, I know you enjoy that show, don't you?
Quite a bit.
Of course, you like the old stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I do,
Big
too.
fan.
I like the new stuff, too, but I like the old stuff. You know, I keep forgetting I've got a condenser mic right here in front of my face, and, you know, I like to chew gum. But, somebody called me out on it, said you need to pay attention to that because it's coming through on the microphone. So, I'm just a nervous person. I've always been, you know, tightly strung, I guess you could say.
Gotcha.
But hey, anything like that, give me a call on it, because our job is to please.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hold up. Did you just say you were a nervous person?
I think that's an understatement.
I did. Yeah, that took me aback. Like I stopped in the hallway and thought, surely that's not what I heard.
No. Yeah, that's what you heard. But
how long have you been this way?
Going on 34 years. It's just part of makeup.
In more local news, Wes Royce is a nervous person, folks.
Breaking news.
It is breaking. We all have nervous moments. Aaron, you should be really nervous.
Yeah, I really should be.
You know why? Because I'm getting around better, and I've been putting tally marks down.
Hey, before we do tidbits, let's read some birthdays, all right? Birthdays are brought to you by Ralphie's Fun Center. Stay with us.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Birthday time. Happy birthday, Kelly Jackson, Kenneth Hatfield, Danny Mutter, Kellen Smith, Wes Shipley. Happy birthday goes out to Thomas Hogue, Janet Shelton, Harold Grooms, Brent Smith. Happy birthday, Marla Irwin, Jody Holgate, Casey Joe Bowles, Carla Wiltshire, Ben Dennison, Lindsay Kidd, Ashley Durham. And guess what we've got for you? We've got a gong, the big 5-0 for Rita Jesse. Happy birthday, Rita. One of your fine friends called that in. We got anniversaries today for Steve and Regina Murphy. Brenda and Jerry Klein celebrating 55 years of wedded bliss today. And also Robert and Joyce Driver celebrating 27 years. It is Frida Likens Day on the radio. She had a birthday last week, so if you see Frida around town, be sure you pat her on the back. Tell her she's good as gold from her friends here at WCLU and a little taste of Texas, where good friends meet for great food and home for the best steaks in town. All right, it's Tidbit News time. We're back in 90 seconds.
Are you looking for a new home for your money? Hi, I'm Carissa Peterson, Barron County Community President for Citizens First Bank. From our high-interest earning Platinum Plus checking account to safe deposit boxes to customized loans, you'll find financial expertise from people you know and trust at Citizens First. We are committed to Barron County and committed to your financial future. Stop by today and let us show you how we can serve your long-term banking needs. Citizens First, the best choice for the best checking accounts. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I saw in the production room the names John and Cindy Green written down.
Oh, yeah?
Didn't know why, but apparently it was their anniversary yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to get up an extra day to celebrate John and Cindy Green.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary. A nice couple. Really nice couple.
Can we talk about something real quick?
Sure.
I feel compelled to point this out. There is an absolute difference. Like, there is a complete and total difference between commentary and journalism.
Yes.
So commentaries where I talk about, like, how somebody did something, maybe pulling out ways they could have done it better.
Right.
Journalism is where I tell you what they did.
Right.
Totally different things. Totally different things. I've been scrolling through Facebook. I just wanted to point that out.
Gotcha.
And just because you saw it in a Facebook meme does not make it true. Just saying.
Well, this is what I got from Sky News. Actually, let's play that intro real quick.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
We've got tidbit news for you today. We got a few stories to talk about. Of course, Aaron and Angela know very well. We play this game of musical chairs with our parking spots these days. Now that they are enforcing the parking laws.
That's because the city won't give me those orange cones to block off a space for me.
All right, well.
Or hire a Pied Piper, just saying.
Wesley Hicks was watching earlier. Maybe he can arrange that for you.
There's a perfect idea. Hint, hint.
So, this is about parking tickets, okay? Throw this picture up on the screen, Aaron.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go.
It says, Dear PD, I've been carrying this ticket around for 40 plus years, always intending to pay. Forgive me if I don't give you my info. With respect, Dave. 44 years later, the man pays a parking ticket.
Wow.
Old Dave.
Bless his heart.
This is in Minersville, Pennsylvania.
Wouldn't the ticket have Dave's info on there, though?
No, I mean, really, they don't.
Wouldn't they come after Dave?
It's associated with the vehicle.
Wow.
So yeah, nice little note, but he did pay it. It was $5.
Dude, Dave's trying to figure out why everything in his life has gone to crap, and he ties it right back to that parking ticket.
He's like, well, as soon as
That's when things started to go downhill.
So get this: the return address. Feeling guilty, Wayward Road, Anytown, California.
Wow. I feel guilty about very few things. Not paying a parking ticket, not one.
It's as if this guy knew he was going to make tidbit news.
I'm saying.
And he had no clue.
Yeah.
I mean, 44 years.
I'm telling you, he ties it all back to that moment. Bless his heart.
His conscience should be clear now.
Yeah, he should be fine.
Dude, that's the only thing that keeps your conscience from being clear. Look, come on now.
This guy hasn't slept in 40 plus years.
I'm saying.
I get down there and pay that ticket.
Every night he gets in bed and goes, I didn't pay that ticket today, did I?
I did crazier things than that before my second cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? Come on
I better
now.
do that tomorrow. Rinse and repeat.
Bless it. He was all stressed out writing that letter. Bless him.
He's got pretty good penmanship.
Yeah?
So next story. Y'all try to keep it contained here.
Doubt it.
Dozens of drunken seagulls have
Are they
become
communist?
disoriented and confused after scavenging alcohol in southwest England.
That does happen after too much alcohol.
That looks like a Jell-O shot. Put that back on.
Oh, goodness. Jell-O shots.
That's awesome.
It says the birds appear disoriented and confused and struggle to stand.
Because they're hammered.
Yeah.
This guy with whatever the RSPCA is, he's a vet. So it's
of course they get a
animal
vet
welfare
comment.
thing, of course. Says, we took some video of one of the birds who was staggering around and losing his balance just like a person would if they had too much to drink. So you see, it does have the same effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're probably the happiest seagulls around. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
just squawking and out of tune songs. And
I know people like that when they drink too much.
I couldn't help but think of my favorite comedian, James Gregory, when I heard this.
Oh, I love James.
I couldn't help but think of some of my close friends.
He has a thing. I don't know if it's true or not, but he's talking about Delta Airlines, and apparently one of their pilots was drunk back in the 90s.
Oh, wow. Hammered or just a little tipsy. They have autopilot, I'm just saying.
Well, to keep it short and reasonable, basically he says next time you fly Delta, just tell them I'll have whatever the pilots are having.
I mean, hey, they have autopilot as long as he wasn't hammered, As long as he wasn't seagull drunk, I'd say I'd sign up for that.
Well, okay, so here's the sad part. Some of the birds have drank themselves to death.
Oh, that's terrible.
They died. But
Aaron, that was so fake.
most of them says have made good recoveries and been released after a few days in the RSPCA's care. They think that they're gaining access to some brewing waste products somewhere in England.
Thank goodness there'll be $2 million in grant funding going to study the after effects of seagull drunkenness.
I can't help but laugh. I forgot this part of the story.
Oh, no.
It says, at first, the birds look like they have botulism, which is an illness caused by bacteria. But then, after vomiting, most seem to recover. Birds
It's called a
absolutely
bounce
stink of
back.
alcohol when we collect them, so now our vans smell like pubs.
Pubs, wow.
It's called second wind. That's when you keep going.
This Sky News, I mean, these guys are great because you know how I love puns.
Yeah.
These birds were clearly wearing their beer gog goals.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That is great. The only way that could be better.
No, it's better. Listen, for real.
Oh, were they communists? Tell me they were communists.
Since they've really been suffering with hangovers after a gulls night out. Woo!
Oh my goodness!
Oh
folks.
my goodness!
There are two groups of people right now. There are the folks that are laughing right along with us, and there are the folks that are
they are tuning the radio.
There's some that are going, what is wrong with those people down there at that radio station?
They are slamming preset buttons that they've never slammed
The
before.
ones that are laughing, those are my people.
Pray for us.
Yes.
Yes, please.
And for those communist seagulls.
All right. So now we're going to be like every other news station in America.
Oh boy, here we go.
We're going to talk about President Trump.
Okay.
I'm about to turn my mic off.
Yeah.
Donald Trump returned a prank phone call from a comedian pretending to be a senator during a journey back to Washington on Air Force One. And I thought you weren't supposed to make phone calls when you fly.
First of all, how do you get that number 2 prank call? It's the best prank call ever.
That's actually, we're thinking alike. That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
So this is a veteran comedian named John Melendez, who regularly appears on Howard Stern and Jay Leno's shows.
Yeah, I like Melendez too. He's pretty good.
Kind of edgy.
He said, "Hi, Bob." Basically, Trump answered, said, "Hi, Bob. How are you?"
Hold up, Trump answered the phone on Air Force One.
He's like, "How are you? Congratulations on everything. We're proud of you. It's going to be huge." In reference to 5-year corruption investigation in which charges were dropped against Mr. Menendez, the president says, "You went through a tough situation, and I don't think a very fair situation." Mr. Menendez, the person he's posing as, is a Democratic senator from New Jersey who has campaigned for immigration reform in the U.S. Immigration was briefly discussed with Mr. Trump saying, "I want to be able to take care of the situation every bit as much as anybody else at the top level. I'd rather do the larger solution rather than the smaller solution." The comedian tells the president to choose a U.S. Supreme Court nominee who is not too conservative. And he said, and the guy says, "I just could not believe that it took us an hour and a half to get Jared Kushner and Donald Trump on the phone from Air Force One."
I'm saying, dude, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
You wouldn't believe the ridiculous stuff that'd be coming out of my mouth. Like, I would just it'd be crazy. Because I would be
Didn't
tripping
someone
out.
call and fake that they were like the president of Taiwan? Like when he was first inaugurated? I remember reading that story.
Classic.
It was like when he was like a month after his inauguration, or maybe it was like a week.
Dude.
Taiwan doesn't even have a president.
Dude, we need to start prank calling people here. I think that'd be a great segment.
In response, in a statement the White House released, says the president wants to be accessible to members and likes engaging them and wants them to have the opportunity to connect. The downside of that is sometimes the channels are open too widely and mistakes like this happen.
When you can call Air Force One and the president picks up, yeah. If I'm president, no, I'm not picking up for nobody. Well, my mother, I'll pick up for her. Everybody else can just go through my people.
That's the prank call of the century right there.
Dude, that's classic.
That's great.
And to pretend to be some Democratic senator, come on now.
I mean, the veteran comedian, his career just got a huge boost.
Oh, yeah.
Jay,
Like he's going to get a new stand-up special just because of that.
Y'all remember Roy D. Mercer?
Yes.
Yes.
How big a boy are you? Isn't that what he said? Or get her done is one of those things. I can't stand get her done.
Well, we're done with Tidbit News, Angela.
Yeah,
Get her done.
We got her
We
done.
may have time for a couple songs if y'all want to give us a call and request, or if you want to
Pick something good, folks.
Can I put in a song?
It all depends. What is it?
Aaron can put in a song.
All right.
That's right. Today's Aaron's day. He's been working hard
Oh,
all week.
thanks.
Do not give him a whole day.
I like
say bye
Dr.
to
My
our
Eyes by
Facebook
Jackson
crew.
Brown. Can we put
Bye,
that?
everybody on Facebook. Lana Hatcher, Bryant Boston, Michael Hale, Betty Driver, Charlotte Glass, Daryl Woodcock, Leslie Brown, Tyler LaMarinelle, Jim Nethery's watching from Lex Vegas. So,
Did you just pick a Jackson Brown song?
That's his name, right? Yeah. Yeah, Dr. My Eyes. Sorry, we can't
Islands
play
in the
Steelers
Stream
Wheel
West.
every single day.
I'm going to play Steelers Wheel.
No, we're not.
she says, "Are you okay?"
I can put it in there. I can also F11 it.
In about a couple minutes, we'll play some music, all right?
All right.
Sound good. Thanks for listening to Good Morning Live, Tidbit News Edition.
Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times?
And,
Highland Pharmacy has